put men in speedos who like pour hair on their chest and they do their head, or like kids that don't study and do better than you? Or how about Mr. and Mrs. Perfect, who only have like 1 or 2 kids, maybe like 1 dog, a perfectly clean house? They never use their Taco Bell cups during Thanksgiving because that's China in my house. You know, when I invite people over to my house, I spend an entire week cleaning. And when they come over, I'm like, oh my gosh, and I didn't have any time to clean. And they're like, it's okay, the house is pretty messy too. You know, sometimes people just see other people and they have this idea of who they are, like, oh my gosh, that girl wears blue nail polish? She probably sleeps on her stomach and eats just like extra soggy. And the girl just looks like a Virgo. So I went to the bathroom the other day, and this girl stopped me, and she was like, "Do you eat?" And I was like, "Yes." She's like, "Okay, good. Now, do you starve yourself?" And I was like, "No." And she's like, "Okay, good. This is what you need to do. You need to eat a big burger." And I was like, "Thanks for the advice, Tess. I never thought about that." So, I just have such great memories from this school. I went to the cafeteria the other day. And I was working on this assignment, and this kid came up to me, and he was like, "Do you ever freak out when you get anything less than an A?" And I'm like, I turned to the kid, and I was like, I don't know. I never had the opportunity. But you know what? At least I could understand these kids. I went to school over in South Carolina last year, and there was just one kid who would always try to come up to me, and I could never understand him. He used to come up to me, he'd be like, "Bunch of monster ass talker, white girl talker." What? Bunch of monster ass talker, white girl talker. You know, I feel like you can only say "huh" so many times. I mean, I used to stare at his lips because hearing it wasn't enough. I mean, who knows what the kid was trying to tell me? Maybe he was trying to tell me the chemical formulas to the worksheets that we were working on. But we weren't in chemistry, or maybe he was trying to tell me a message from God himself, like, "You ain't belong here no mores anymore." I don't know, every time I spoke to the kid, I felt like I was in Spanish class, like, "You don't belong here anymore, no mores." I soon realized what the kid's nickname was much now. Another big deal in South Carolina was prom, and realizing that prom was right around the corner, and I didn't have a date, I came to the realization that I was going to ask somebody. I mean, it's the 21st century. Maybe not in the South, but it's still the 21st century. And I know, shocker, right? I didn't have a date. I mean, I was the only girl in South Carolina who weighed under 200 pounds, didn't have a mustache, and didn't drink fried water. So the first guy I asked, he didn't attend the school. I don't know what he was doing there. But the other guy I asked, he was my brother, but most girls in the South, their prom dates who are brothers are more than just prom dates. So I finally got this idea. I wanted to ask a special kid at prom. I mean, a light bulb finally just lit up over my head. I started visualizing local news headlines. Student has a special date to prom. I mean, that would be great, right? I would have a prom, I would have a date to prom, and I would look like this great person. I started working on the poster. And I came to school the next day, and the student news was ready to film John's reaction of me asking him to prom. So I held up the poster that said, "Will you go to prom with me?" And at this point, everyone's staring at John. And John's sitting in the front like, yeah. And at this point, the cameras are zooming in. Everyone's excited. There's so much anticipation in the room. I'm just waiting for the kid to say the full word yes, right? Like, you just say it. You're almost there to say it. And he goes, "Yeah, no." Like, oh my Lord. I mean, that was my 27th rejection. I mean, like, 28. I mean, there's only 28 guys in the school, but you know what? Luckily, my cousin was still available. I mean, I rather have gone to prom with John, but you know what they say? Beggars can't be choosers. I'm not sure it was too beggy or too choosy, but, luckily this year I have a date to prom, so no need to line up. Good night, everybody.